This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2004 Ram 2500, Dodge Ram 2500 quad cab, which is a four-door crew cab short bed. It's a 5.9 liter turbo diesel, Cummins turbo diesel, and it's four-wheel drive. It's Laramie, which is leather, and really nice truck. It was a trade-in to Toyota of Surprise, Arizona, basically Phoenix, Toyota dealer. New car trade. Has 163,320 miles. And when it was purchased from us, the condition report gave it a 3.6 out of 5, which, if you know anything about these reports, is extremely high. For anything over five years old, that's high on anything. But on a truck, an 04, that is like, might as well be a 10 out of 10. A 3.6 out of 5 on a truck on an 04 is extremely unlikely and unheard of. It doesn't happen. So anyway, it did really well there. Drives great. It's got Michelins around it. The Michelins are probably like 20%. It's going to need some tires pretty soon. We don't do the tire thing. We don't even do oil changes on these things, because if we change the oil, people say that we're trying to hide what was wrong with the oil before. Why is it so clean now? So we don't. I do run them up on our drive-on lift and pressure spray the undercarriage really good, and then leave it in the air and see if we have any bad leaks or anything to worry about. And the undercarriage of this truck looks great. I mean, like, it definitely spent its evenings indoors. Even though it's pretty hard to find something wrong, my job in these videos is to do exactly that, so that, you know, whoever buys it, especially if it's going to ship out of state, which this one is most likely to do, that when you get it, you'll be happily surprised. You'll say, wow, he said this was wrong, and it's really not that big a deal. But the minute I leave something out, someone will scream at us, so I don't want to be screamed at. Rear bumper is its biggest weakness. Of course, it's a tow vehicle. There's your tow hitch, so a few back ends to tow hitches will do that. And bumpers are really cheap, especially on these if you wanted to buy another bumper for it, aftermarket bumper. It doesn't look like a whole lot's ever been in this bed. Crazy. That's a nice bed liner, but there's no dings, there's no dents in there. So, and there's no hitch for a fifth wheel either, which means it didn't have a big trailer in the bed. That's just from backing into hitches. The paint is fantastic for a, I'm surprised they didn't give it a higher condition report number than 3.6, but it's a truck, and they don't like to do that with trucks. So anyway, let's see, there's locked. We have two sets of keys and remotes, by the way. That's unlocked. And then we have, let's see, locked, unlocked, okay? All right, let me get some AC going, believe it or not. It's warm right now. 163,319 is the mileage. Let the glow plugs get warmed up. There you go. So there's your cluster right there. Okay. This will be scanned into your into the ad, so you can read it yourself online. But Insight condition report. There's the mileage. There's the VIN. Seller was Toyota of Surprise. 3.6 out of 5. Like I said, great for any vehicle over 5 years old. Amazing for a truck, which is absolutely true. You never see that. Here's the auto check vehicle history. There's the VIN. It was a one-owner truck, which is why it's in great shape, because that same guy took care of it the whole time. And I'm guessing this guy, because it's in Tucson or in Arizona, went to Phoenix, that this guy from Washington, it looks like from Lake Stevens, Washington, was probably a semi-snowbird. Boom, boom, boom. That's that. Anyway, this is also scanned in. Here's the title we got from Toyota of Surprise. There's the VIN. It was issued to them 10/24 of 23 with the miles and their actual. And that was signed off to from them to Crosscut on 10/26 of 23. And there's the miles. 163,311 when they sold it to us. All right. Anyway, let me open the hood. And I've already had people asking me about it, and it's not even for sale yet. So if you're interested in it, get busy, because this is not going to be around long. No blow by at all. Zero. There's zero pressure too. I don't feel any air coming out at all. That's the trick, right? Stickers where they belong. All right. There's your window up and down. Oh, you can't, it's a Dodge. You can't do locks unless you're in the driver's seat and the doors are closed, so you don't lock yourself out. So I'll do the locks in a minute. Seats are in great shape. Power seat forward, back, up, down, tilt, the rear tilt forward and back, front up and down. Carpet looks great. This truck is really good looking. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This will be a fist fight for this one. And it should be. This is a nice truck. Really nice truck. Look at the seats. Man. He's gonna be a very happy guy here. Or gal. Sold a couple diesels lately to women. And they do their homework. They know what they're buying. Nothing more on there. Even the back of the bed, look at it. Usually something will slide in here. Look how perfect that is. The space and no dings. All right. There's your window. 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 Let's see, mirrors. Out, in my experience on power window mirrors is when they're that fast, they've been replaced pretty recently. Up and down. They never go that fast. All right, see, for the power seat too. I think this guy put new motors and everything, because the power seats never move this fast either when they're on the original motors. And this thing is fast. So it's just a guess. I don't know for a fact, but just a little bit of wear on the outside bolster you'd expect, but nothing tearing or anything. Looks good. That looks good. Nothing going on there. You got a tilt wheel here. Boom. Right. Let me hop in here and get some AC going here. A little warm. All right. Door locks. Let's see. How we? There you go. Door lock. There you go. All the door locks are working fine. Get a seatbelt on here. Anyway, these videos can be 17 minutes and 38 seconds long. And that's it. There's your tow on and off. That's from this button here, right? Got a radio. Yeah, you got a radio. There's that. You got a hurricane in here. The air is cold. Heated seats. Both sides, yep. All right, put in neutral. That one for low. That's definitely for low. And reversing for low. Nice. This thing is tight. Now we go to 4 high. And we're switching. Now we're at 4 high already, which is beautiful. A little quicker. Out the gate. And reverse. Perfect. This thing's badass. And we'll go to 2-wheel drive. And now we're in 2-wheel drive. All right, Let's go for a ride. All right, if you come to Tucson to drive this bad boy home, you'll pay the following. You'll pay your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city tax of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're gonna pay is agreed upon price and that's it. No tax or dock fee. If you do that, if you're gonna pay by wire and ship out of state, all you have to do is wire the money. Once we get the wire, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address, sign it off to you, scan it in your online file, and mail it. We even scan in the envelope we mail it in, so you'll be able to see everything up front. All right, so you got the auto check, you saw the title, everything we know, you'll know. That's the key to our success, and if we don't do that, we're in trouble. So now you will have the truck shipped to you. The title will already be in your mailbox by the time the shipper shows up, and you'll just take the truck and your title to your local motor vehicles. Very simple. If you need help with shipping, let me know early. I can do the shipping for you. I can add the shipping to your price, and so you'll just make one-time payment for the whole thing. Or you're welcome to do the shipping yourself. I just do a lot of shipping, so I know how to do it, and that's that. Okay. If you need help, let me know. Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until we have a deposit, it will stay for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit in. Okay. What else? Last part of every video, I say the same thing every single time, and I have for thousands of vehicles in 15 years. We don't have salesmen, so you're not paying for commission when you buy from us. We don't have a fancy location. You saw where we pulled out of. That yard is owned by my uncle, and he charges us $1 a year for it. So we save a fortune on rent or lease or owning or whatever our property, okay? And then it's just me and my brother. Not a whole lot of overhead, okay? So we pass that on to you, okay? They know at the auto mall that if that looks like a lot of bricks right there in the back of that truck. They know at the auto mall that if they sold this truck to you and something broke, that they would have to fix it, okay? Because you paid a fortune to them to pay all those bills. Well, we give you your savings up front. We do not whack you over the head like a harp seal when you buy from us. In exchange for not being whacked over the head when you buy from us, we insist that you become the owner on day one and deal with whatever's wrong, whether it's day one or day 5,000, yourself, with the money that you save buying from us. If you can't do that, we're gonna have a problem. We do not write checks post-sale for anything, ever. Which is why we're on this road. This is I-10, by the way. We just got off of the Prince Road on-ramp, and we're gonna take it up here to Ruthroff, get off there. But people like to see, especially the diesel trucks on the road, this thing's extremely smooth road vehicle. I think aside from a set of tires pretty soon, and I do an oil change too, because like I said, we don't do oil changes. That's all I would do with this thing. I wouldn't even deal with the rear bumper. It's fine, and it's wide. It kind of blends in, unless you're a perfectionist. Anyway, the bottom line is the truck is yours the day you buy it. If you want to add $2,000 to our deal, we'll give you a warranty for a year, but that would be stupid because this thing's awesome. Change the fluids, change the filters, keep the money you saved in your pocket, and you'll be good. But you never know. We're not Nostradamus. I'm not Nostradamus. Neither is my brother. Things break. Everything breaks, and when they do, we like to let people know where they stand and before they buy from us and not after. Every now and then we still get babies, and they don't understand that instead of paying X amount of dollars at the new car dealership for this used truck, you're paid this much money, and isn't that great? And they're like, well, yeah. All right, well, why don't you give us as much as you paid at the new car dealer, would pay for the new car dealer, and then we'll fix your truck. Well, no, I want both. I want a free truck, and I want you to fix it. It doesn't work that way, all right? But based on this truck being a one-owner truck, I'm surprised that guy traded this thing in. I'm really surprised he traded it in, because it's a nice truck, man. God damn. You don't see trucks like this hardly ever. I mean, well, Actually, we had a 0759 about 2 months ago. That was a Laramie. It was actually the same truck, almost the same miles. That truck was a nice one too. This one's actually, I like the black leather a little more. This one, I don't know. They're pretty similar. They're actually very similar. You wouldn't know the difference if you saw them parked next to each other, except this one has the black interior and that one had a gray leather. Anyway, enough rambling. Air conditioning's nice in here. You know what? It's wintertime, huh? Let's do the unenjoyable here. I'll turn off the air and I'm gonna turn on the heater. Ugh. Which I'm not gonna. I'm gonna turn the fan up here and enjoy heat, so that you can know if the heater works. Because one time we actually sent a vehicle out and it didn't work. This is like 5 or 6 years ago. The guy's like, "I'm freezing, man." I'm like, well, the day we did that video was 101. So sorry, we didn't do the heater. And that is hot. That's enough of that. We'll go back to cold. There's the air on and the fan down. There you go. Yeah, the heater works. Anyway, there's 16 minutes and 19 seconds left on this video, and so I'm not going to make it back to the yard all the way. We're still about 3 or 4 minutes away. Plus, we're driving by a school here in a minute, and it's an excellent place to get a ticket because there's usually a sheriff there. Anyway, beautiful truck. You know how we roll. This is going to be interesting. I think that my advice to a prospective buyer is not to screw around. If you really want one of these, this is one of them. It's a nice one of them. And you're probably got 5 or 6 people doing the same thing you're doing right then, and it might be a race to who can get the deposit in first. Anyway, so we're at 17 minutes and 7 seconds, so maybe I'll make it through this 4-way stop. I see a little thing up here, meter. By the way, through the screen, it looks like it's flickering. I don't know if it's like, but it's solid. I don't know what it looks like on your end, but my brother says it has something to do with, I don't know, speed of something. But that says 18.1. Same thing with this. This is all solid. Everything's fine. All right.